inspirational, don't you think? Give an applause for it. I've been learning from them as I went along, and most of it is how not to do things. But there has also been other stuff, like I've come to realise they had a really easy life compared with mine. So, Kelly, his ex-wife, didn't bring the boyfriends home until he was divorced. Mine did it while we were married. In terms of shopping for your mother, I think mine's probably harder. She's dead, and it's really hard to get shoes to fit I keep her in. But there is an upside, right? And it comes to my age and my background. So, I've also retired from being a parent. I've retired from being a father to teenage daughters. And basically, because of my age and background, I did nothing before I was retired, and I'm doing nothing now. So that's all working very well. I really ought to get to my set, because otherwise I run out of time. And what I've decided to do for you tonight is go back to something I did a few days ago. I had observed that at the end of one of the courses, a young lad had decided to do a stand-up routine on the subject of religion. And I thought, wow, that's dangerous, I'd never do that. And then I went home thinking about it, and because I'm a moron, I decided I'd do a set on religion. So I came here and open mic, you can try things out. I thought, this is brilliant, and it was fucking awful. I can honestly tell you, I died on this stage, and the good thing about religion is that you can come back if you're good enough. So I'm here to try it again tonight. And so I'm going to do religion. Does anyone know the real reason why? I was hoping one of you would, because I haven't got the faintest idea. Again, I've studied the subject over the last couple of weeks, and the only conclusion that I can come to is that I am a complete idiot. So I'm going to do the classic of insanity, and that is to try and repeat something and expect a different outcome. But actually, I am hoping for a different outcome tonight, because something has changed. I have a decent audience that is going to prove that they understand comedy by laughing at my jokes. The other set of audience were just dreadful. I didn't trust them. So anyway, where I went wrong with religion is, with religion, you really can't insult people. So what I thought I'd do now is just kind of calibrate my audience a bit and see if do we have religious people in the audience? Oh, we didn't. We have one. So any Catholics? Are we got a Catholic? Yeah. As soon as I saw you, I could see you look guilty about something. So, I'm guessing because the others aren't religious. No Jews in the audience? No? Okay, that's all right. So I only have to tear up the Catholic shield. Muslims. No, I wasn't expecting any Muslims. This is, after all, Welland. This is a town that picked a rose with 3 colours on it to represent the diversity of the city. A diversity that meant it had English, Irish, and Italians living in it. So that was quite amazing. But okay, so I'm fairly clear to talk about religion a bit. As will become apparent from this set, I am both Church of England and an atheist. You might think there's a contradiction there, but that's only because you don't understand the Church of England nowadays. It's perfectly legitimate. And as an atheist, in previous audiences, there have been people, and you may be one of them, that would now wish to pray for my soul. All I ask is that you wait until the end of my set and then decide whether my soul is worth praying for. There are many that decide it isn't. My issue really about religion is very specific. So this set isn't about religion in general. It's about the concept of intelligent design. So the concept of intelligent design is that we were created by God in his image, or man was created by God in his image. Let's be clear about this. and ever since I learned that, I wished that Thor was a real god, because I kind of fancy being really tall, blonde, and and having a very large hammer, if you know what I mean. Sadly, that's not the God that created me in his image. The other thing about intelligent design, right, is that it leans towards the concept of the young Earth, which is the concept that the Earth was actually created 6,000 years ago, which coincidentally is about when mankind invented beer. And I have a couple of theories about this. Like, one is that, maybe God created the Earth and he stuffed Adam and Eve on it, and Satan tried to tempt him, and he was tempting with apples, which, basically are not all that tempting, are they? And so Satan thought, what we really need is some beer, and put some beer in, and we've been sinning ever since. Very, very happily, I might say. The alternative theory, and the Bible is open to interpretation, is that God put Adam and Eve on earth, and Eve was a bit of an ugly duckling. So God thought to himself, I'm not sure what to do about this. There's going to be no mankind unless Adam and Eve can get it together. And then he had a bright thought, and he thought, I know, I'll give them beer, and the beer goggles will sort that problem out. So clearly that was the case. But where intelligent design, I think, really breaks down, and I hope you all agree with me on this, it's male genitalia. Yeah. It's at last an audience that is in tune with my thinking. So, male genitalia, nothing intelligent about that whatsoever, right? And I think we all know what it is, which is good, because I was worried that I was going to have to get mine out and show you. and I'm not insured against women dying of all. It's true that I'm not insured against it, but that's not the real risk. The real risk is that they might die of laughter. And I did try and get insurance for that. I went to my insurance company and they said, well, can you come along and do a set for us? And so I did. And they said, on the whole, we don't think you'll be spending your money well. Yeah, you need to think about that one a little bit. But basically, there we go. So intelligent design, male genitalia. What's funny about it? Well, clearly, if God was being intelligent, he must have run out of time. He designed a perfect body that could go out and hunt and do all that kind of crap that we were expected to do. And then, got to late on Friday evening, and he thought, oh shit, I've forgotten to work out how they'll reproduce. I tell you what, I'll just stick it on as an afterthought. And there he is, thinking about how he could stick something on as an afterthought, and he's going, I haven't really got any ideas. So he calls out to Mrs. God. Let's face it, folks, there's got to be a Mrs. God. They did have a son, because they sent him down to earth and all that stuff, right? So he calls out to Mrs. God and says, you got any ideas? I've got to develop a male penis. Have you got any ideas? And she sort of calls back, and I'm sorry, God, I'm really not thinking of anything at the moment. He says, well, why don't you just tell me what you've got in your hands at the moment? And it turns out that Mrs. God was having a little bit of afternoon delight on her own, and so that's why our penis is the shape of a dildo. Nobody laughed at that last time. I mean, how can anybody not laugh simply at the mention of dildos? But it's not really the penis that I have a problem with in terms of intelligent design. It's the other stuff. It's the testicles, right? Why would God go to the trouble of putting a brain into a skull, which is a highly protective device, when he knows that men are never actually going to use it? And yet takes the two most important things in the male body, the thing that we do use for all of our thinking, stuffs it in a little bag on the front, exactly where a woman would strike with her knee if she was angry with him. That is not intelligent design, and that's why I think intelligent design is a load of old balls. Thank you.